Welcome to Lost Without Japan, a podcast based on Japan and your lost without moments. Go ahead and grab your favorite beverage, pull up a bar stool, and join your Nomikai friends as we get ready for today's episode of Good Times.
Welcome to our seventh episode of Good Times, where we catch up with each other and past guests and talk about anything related to Japan. So pull up a bar stool and join David and myself in Good Times. Gonna go ahead and just from the start say apologize for my voice, just getting over being sick. So we're gonna do this as best as we can. It's not your audio, so but this series that we're doing today is one that allows us all to reconnect with people and discuss a broader range of topics related to Japan. And this episode of Good Times is only going to have an audio version as we're rolling into our Thanksgiving holiday, and just with everything that's going on right now, my time to edit video and audio is just limited more than usual. If you follow the show on Patreon, you can get early access to all shows and even some additional perks. Now that we're out of the way with that, pull up a bar stool and join David and myself in Hiroshima. Maurice will be returning soon, but still has some commitments that are taking him away from us. But he will be back. So welcome back, David. How you doing, my friend?
I'm been doing fairly well, if you ask me. So, how about yourself?
Doing good, my friend. Like I said, I've been sick for like a few weeks now, so just trying to make it through. We're, I might feel a little better if we heard back from our last sparkling water sponsor, but we have not yet. So we're moving on, David, with Topo Chico sparkling water, and let's get this open right here. And this is a twist of lime in with this water, in a glass bottle, so it's even fancier. That did it,
But
man. That helped the voice already. Look at the healing powers of Topo Chico sparkling water. Feel free to reach out at lostwithoutjapan@gmail.com and send us your, sponsored monies. Uh, but yeah, we're just about to roll into Thanksgiving when this episode drops. It's going to be rolling into that for us. And I just wanted to give like a couple of updates to everybody with some, you know, mild, but they are life-changing events that are going to be beginning for me in December. I'm actually going back to school, one class, but that class is saying it's going to be about 20 hours of additional work at least each week, and seems to be pretty involved. I'm going back for a learning like an LBS one, which is kind of a special ed endorsement. Um, and that's going to just take my time probably from December through the summer. So it's going to kind of impact things a little bit with just show formats and things as I'm figuring out, fitting in school, an additional job, my normal job, life in general. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not stopping the show anytime soon. Just may change some things. The next day trip idea I'm going to do, David, I'm gonna kind of roll into it with not all the prep I normally have, and I'm just gonna do something where it's like uh, rolling into it as if I was doing the research for the show. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the city, have some minor things out of the way, and then I'm going to kind of just do some research and show people on video some of the resources I do, some of the places I find, and just do day trips probably a little bit different for a while until I see how the class load goes, stuff like that. But um, you know, uh, that's been a lot of it, my man. Like I said, not going anywhere. Just might change how long things are.
no, that's fine. Um, so going back to school, that would be pretty fun. Learning something different or
Yeah, I can't pass it up.
skills.
Our district is short teachers, especially for like special ed. So they're paying like some small amount of what it is, and I'm not passing up getting some of the classes I need for this endorsement to get paid by somebody else. So, you know, so how about you, my man? What's going on?
Yeah, talking about retirement. That reminds me, I need to check my lottery ticket that I purchased last night. So who knows? I could be in a good spot right now, but who knows? But yeah, I've been pretty well. Things don't seem to change a lot here, just like on the everyday basis. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, everything's well. I would say work is good. Um, that's progressing too because I'm now. So next year's going to be a big part for like the division that I'm in. I have to kind of like now organize more people, um, so expand that part of the business. So yeah, big things to come there. It's obviously not my business, but um, yeah, it's good. So yeah, so work overall pretty good. Can't complain. Personal life stuff also great. I mean, I can't complain. So still stoked that I have my new house. So that always gives me a nice little space. So that was very much needed for a long time. So that's also really good. Um, what else? Ah, doing some more what do you say, like organizing the Japan trip coming up um in December. And that's pretty much I'd say like 80% done.
Okay.
So yeah, so we can go through that too at some point if you like, because um I definitely need some more ideas. So because I left a lot of time for that, a lot of time in the actual holiday itself to do just random bits and pieces because look, you're in Japan, there's always something to do. Every corner you
Agreement, friend.
turn, there's
Be,
something.
be jealous because like I've never been there, you know, during winter. So,
Hmm.
I'd be interested to hear your thoughts and just how everything looks. That's, I'm excited for you.
Yeah. I think that's like because look, if I could always pick a time of year to go anywhere, it would be summer, right? Or close to that if it's not too hot. But to be honest, I'm pretty excited because the only bit of snow that we really get, well, near me is pretty much because we're like Canberra's in a valley. Um, there's like hills that surround it, and there we do get snow up there occasionally. I'd say most winters maybe like a couple of times. And it's nice to see, and you can drive up there. It's like 45 minutes, um, close to an hour. Um, and yeah, you get like like maybe 20 centimeters of snow. Um, maybe even more or less, really depending how heavy it is. But actual snow, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm really looking forward to going to Sapporo. Ugh, like,
My my son
it'll be
was just
amazing.
there.
So,
Like he
oh
was
yes,
just
that's right,
there
he's there.
because he's there right now, and he told me that there's a bunch of underground like tunnel systems.
Hmm.
Doesn't cover everything, but it does help from place to place. So he had a,
Hmm.
a blast there. Just said it was cold. So
Oh, geez,
you
and
know,
that's now. Like, what's it going
yeah.
to be in the next month or two? So,
But at
um,
least those tunnels, man, that sounds promising. At least get some buffering.
yeah. See, that's another thing too, because let's say like Sapporo's like connected with a network of tunnels and like pretty much the whole city, but I would really like to see what to extent it would be like. Like versing what I'm picturing to what the reality is.
Yeah.
That would be yeah. I can't wait to see it. So, um, but yes, those tunnels sound great for a very cold place. So, um, yeah.
I like it, my man. For because we're like I said, this is gonna come out right before Thanksgiving.
Hmm.
So I have like a couple things I just wanted to give thanks for today. I actually went to REI, the hiking outdoor store. and I love them. Not endorsed by them, but I love them. I absolutely love going there because I mean, like I know more and more people buy stuff online. I do the majority of my purchases online. Don't get me wrong. But when you are actually going to go do something like hiking, backpacking, camping, whatever it is, um, and we went to go get my daughter their travel backpack for us to go in, and we got like a 65-liter backpack um, that is an Osprey. And the nice part is when you go there, they fit you, they measure you, they make sure that you're getting the right size backpack because they have different sizes. They show you how to put it on. They add weight to it. They show you how that feels. You try out a variety of things, and then it also helps because the middle of November is usually a sale for them, and you get like a 20% off stuff that's not on sale, and then it doesn't cover everything, but the backpacks and stuff we were looking at today, when you're spending, around $300 US, it's not a
Hmm.
small amount of money, to get something. But those Osprey backpacks were 20% off, 25% off, which is a nice chunk of change. And just having somebody be able to like make sure that their backpack is correct for them and then showing us how to use it. And that whole experience was just invaluable because like I said, that backpack's gonna last them a long time, and, it's gonna be huge on the trip because, like, being able to carry everything and not feel like you're carrying everything, it's gonna be huge, especially during summer, and, I've been getting updates for my son on his trip, and he's going all over the place, and every place he's gone to, he's made a friend, and he actually met somebody from Australia. So I was just like, I'm like, look at that, another Australian that likes Japan like David, so, that was cool. And then, just feeling blessed, man. I really, with my, there's just the relationship I have with my not so kids, my son and my daughter. Um, despite my recent stresses at work, there's just been some stuff going on there that's made it not a great place to be. But having that outside stuff, like when I was walking around with Addison today and like, we were doing all of our stuff and kind of talking about things because our trip's probably like 2.5 years away still. But I wanted that backpack's a huge, cost, up front. And then from that point, I'm just going to give, Japanese yen and stuff for the, each Christmas and birthday and, stuff that they can use on the trip. And that's told me probably for our next good times episode, I think I'm going to go through my travel list and make sure those links actually work. But I bought today something different. There's some like reusable sleeping earplugs that seem pretty nice. I ordered those for this upcoming trip for the plane and then just in general. If I end up in another place where it's an all night karaoke, like my last trip, have that ready to go. But I think like updating that list and stuff. But yeah, just my interactions with the audience and people reaching out about their trips or that they want to go or just saying, hi, has been wonderful. My friendship with you, going on more than, 3 years and Maurice too,
Mm.
and Steph and other people. It's just been great. And then my big thing for Thanksgiving, our family tradition is watching John Candy's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles every Thanksgiving. So we got to watch that. My daughter and myself together, as that's our annual tradition. And then, I've got my trip that's upcoming too. One of the things I'm going to do is something I've not done before in Japan, which is go catch a concert. And I'm going to see the band Shishamo. And I'm going to be in an area for that concert that I've never been to before. I'm going to do a whole bunch of traveling and, stuff that's here. But I'm stoked, man. I've never caught a concert in Japan and to see a band that I've been listening to. They've been around for more than 10 years, but I've been listening to them for probably like maybe 8 of that, maybe
Mhm.
9, something like that, so a bulk of their career. So if I had to pick a band besides like Bump of Chicken, they'd be up there as well, and so I'm just stoked to be able to go. So,
Mm. That sounds like a um, really cool experience. That's um, while I'm in Japan, I would like to do something kind of like out of the norm.
yeah.
Um, maybe like even if it's just going to the cinemas
Yeah.
and watching a movie, like doing something like everyday life there. That's not well, cinemas are a thing here, but something that I don't even know how to put it. Like
Yep.
that you're
Not
slightly
touristy.
uncomfortable. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, not touristy. Yeah, that would be a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
way. So,
Like, one of my favorite things is just going to malls and going into food courts
mm,
and seeing, like, families be families, you know?
yep.
It's,
You know
like,
what?
just
I will do that. Because we have a little bit of time in Tokyo. That we don't have anything allocated to, so I might do that.
it's like
And I'm
just
pretty sure
walk in the
one of
mall.
the
It's great.
yeah. That's yeah. That's I'll do that. I'll get back to you. I might even do some. I wouldn't say footage or anything like that, but I'll do
Yeah.
something. Like I take a picture and be like, I've done it. So that should be really
It's
cool.
it's
Also
yeah.
too, 3 years.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah. I know,
that
it's crazy,
is
man.
mind blowing. Jeez, time just moves. Yeah, so fast. It
Yeah.
just when you said it, I was like, wow, just blew me back. Um, yeah. So also too, like, how long is your son in Japan for? I remember you told me, but I can't.
Uh,
Let's just
like
recap.
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
So, yeah, I mean,
Um.
he's going all over, the place, and
Mhm.
we're gonna meet back up in Kyoto because we missed
Mhm.
that last time.
Okay.
So,
And he would be in the about the halfway mark now, would he? Or
yep,
like
yep,
2 weeks
yep,
in, 3 weeks
y
in? I
yeah.
remember seeing something, so I was like, "Oh, yeah, nice." So,
It
oh,
just
that how exciting.
yeah, and then I'm gonna go, like, we're gonna do Kyoto for, like, 2 days, but then that second night, I'm
Mhm.
gonna probably take off around 5 and go to
Mhm.
Tokyo, by
Ooh,
Shinkansen,
yep.
and then that way it's gonna break up my trip because that where I'm going to go catch the concert, it's, like, 9 hours away by Shinkansen, and that's, like, if
Mhm.
you're on a Shinkansen that does that, and it's not. There's you have to do a couple, you know what I mean? It
Yep.
breaks it up. So I'm like, "This is not gonna work." Like, I can't leave day of and then make it in time for the concert without being stressed or being late. I don't wanna miss it. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, it's just something, different, man. It's like and then if you're in, Tokyo and you make your way, out and stuff like that, there's just so much stuff to do. It's like, you know, I was talking about my daughter about doing our own, like, blown glass, like, when we're heading out there, just kinda coming up with some ideas and things, and it's been huge, man.
Mhm.
Uh,
Have
you
you
know
ever, taken a local flight in Japan?
I have not. It is on my list. I actually thought I was gonna do that this trip that's coming
Okay.
up
Oh, for
to
that
get
9
yeah, to
hour?
get to the concert, rather than do the train. But unfortunately, I could have flown from Kyoto, right?
Mhm.
Like not from like but like I could have taken an airport from there to get out there. But unfortunately, where I'm going, the airport is not close to where the city is. So
Okay.
once I factored in, like, getting to the airport, getting through customs, getting to my plane, taking the plane, getting off my plane, getting my bag or, like, I probably just would've like, getting my bag, from the carousel,
Mhm.
and then having to get some sort of transportation from the airport to it, it was, like, comparable in time, you know what I
Mm.
mean?
Yeah, so
So
all
I
the,
was
like, little micro things added up,
yeah, yeah.
um, just really kinda made it not worth it.
But if it had been,
So
like, where I was landing there and I was just, like, close, I would have done it, like, in a
mhm,
heartbeat, but one thing is, like, I'd have to send my luggage or have Sam hold on to my luggage or something because, like, I'd have to check luggage sizing for what I could check, you know what I mean? Like, it's just all that little stuff that's there, but
Yep.
it's I think, it might be something my daughter and I do, when we go together, it just depends, but I ended up getting the JR pass just for the week that I'm there, even though it was way more money, but once I
Mhm,
priced because of the concert, if I didn't do the concert, I wouldn't have got the JR pass, but because of the concert, like, I'm coming out ahead quite a bit.
mhm.
So, I'm like, yeah, that made it to where it was, like, definitely, not without pass go, so
Yeah. I would say that's, one thing that we're gonna organize soon is, like, exactly what tickets we need. Like, we
yeah,
do have our, because 'cause we're flying from, Osaka to, Sapporo. Because that's like a 13-hour like Shinkansen type of
Yeah.
deal. And like you said, it's broken up into multiple things, and that would have just been exhausting. Versus like I think by memory 4-hour flight,
Yeah.
maybe even shorter. I'm not sure. But yeah, so we're gonna fly from Osaka to Sapporo. Um, but yeah. Also, yeah, like so going back to what I was saying before, like we're just trying to because the J Road pass obviously isn't really worthwhile getting anymore. So I just need to work out, and that's easy to do.
Yeah.
I'll sit down maybe in this week sometime. Um, just work out exactly what tickets we need and
Yeah,
um,
because it's like some of the
bits
stuff,
and
like even the
pieces.
regional passes sometimes,
Hmm.
might be worth it. But yeah, it's like it's hard to make the other one. It's just it was such an auto include before, like it
Hmm.
was just like you'd be stupid not to. But yeah, it's like you totally have to price everything out now to figure out like what it is. But I'll be interested, man, to see how your flight experience is. Like I
Bit
said, my
nervous
only
about it.
yeah, yeah, it'll be good, buddy. Be good. My only regret is that I'm flying into Osaka and out of Osaka. I said after that, I wish I was doing Narita or Haneda,
Okay,
uh, rather than Osaka. I just
why's
wasn't.
that?
So the flying into Osaka was not so bad, but the trains of like getting from the airport to get to the train you needed to get to Osaka was just I can't even explain it, but there's like 2 train stations that are within that area that are kind of similar that aren't.
Hmm.
And so like but it was just like not like a pleasurable experience, just the whole like getting to where you needed to be, getting in the train station to where you needed to be was just way more difficult than what it needed to be. I mean, like we figured everything out, but it just like when you're tired and stuff like that, it's just not what you want to do. Like when you get into Haneda or you get into Narita, it's pretty much get out of airport and you go and you're
Yeah.
off on a train and you're where you need to. You're not hopping a train from the airport to get to a different train station, to walk to another train station, to take another train, you know what I mean? Like to get where you
Hmm.
are. And it was just like, and then when you fly out, it's just, I feel like they're a regional airport that is being used for international travel. So like the amount of things that you have to do at that airport when you're waiting to go is like not much. There's a Starbucks, there's
Yeah.
like, another place. There's not enough seating for you or everyone. There's not enough places to charge your things. So a lot of people are sitting on the floor, like to charge your stuff. So it's just like one of those things. I don't know. It was just like, yeah, like next time I fly with my daughter, we're not flying into Osaka. I don't care, what the price is, but we're we'll be back to I love Narita, man. Like
Hmm.
I'd go there just to hang out. But yeah, we'll definitely be doing like if we fly into Osaka, that's one thing which I still would probably like we might do just to start our trip there if I
Hmm.
could fly out of Tokyo.
Yep.
But we might just do fly into Tokyo, fly out of Tokyo. So, we'll see.
Yeah. So I always get mixed up between Narita and Haneda. Narita is the one
Further away.
in yeah, further out. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the one we're leaving on. So
Okay.
that oh no, actually we know we're arriving on Haneda. So
Okay.
kind of not too bad because you're not in
You're
any rush.
close. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
That's gonna be beautiful,
um
man.
oh wait, did I say the wrong one? So we're
No,
gonna land
Haneda.
on the furthest one. So we're
Okay,
landing
yeah,
in on the
Narita.
furthest
Narita.
way. So
Yeah,
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 Narita. So we fly in on that one. So you get a bit of time to adjust
yeah.
on the train. That's how or on the yeah, train. That's how I see it. So um and then we fly out on the one in actual Tokyo.
Okay. Yeah,
So
because like Narita's great, man. I mean, like, it's made for it. It's old, you know what I mean? But
mhm.
like I don't know. It was pleasurable. And just compared. You did it right, man. You did it right. Let's
um
see here. You know, you got anything for
oh
your what One Piece? I mean, you got other stuff that we can talk about anything, but I said I want to make sure we don't leave out your One Piece stuff too.
mm, uh the One Piece one, look, there's I'd say I got one thing that would
Okay.
be I'm not sure if I spoke about it last time. No, I don't think I have. But it is let me grab it. It's the One Piece Day. Did I show you this one?
No, no, no.
Yeah, so it's this is okay, so this is only like part one of three, what you can get for the One Piece Day that just passed
Okay.
a couple months ago. And I believe these are the first One Piece Day cards they've released. So I would say these are definitely going to be more collector items um, in the future because obviously the first ones, and they look pretty cool. So
Uh,
uh,
That's awesome, man.
it's a little booklet, but it's in a little sleeve, so I can't open it, and I don't want to open it because I don't want to kind of decrease the value of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it comes with like a Monkey D. Luffy card and also a very nice looking Don card. So I would say that's definitely a must have in most people who are collecting collections. That would be really nice piece. And I definitely see the value of that going up. So um, when I'm in Japan, I'm going to be collecting or picking up or trying to find when I'm there the other two missing pieces of that
Okay.
set or that were released on that weekend.
My
So yeah, that's pretty much it with the One Piece. Um,
yeah,
I would
my look for
say,
yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, but my look for going to Japan this time, I'm gonna try to find like a complete Cyberpunk 2077, the game, like the collector's edition game. That box with the statue and everything like that. That's gonna be my like, if I can find one in great condition there, I'd love to bring it back. But that's my only thing that I'm really looking for, right? Besides, ice cream and stuff I shouldn't
Mhm.
eat.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Um, yeah, that would be awesome. You know what? I got like a little cyberpunk sign just behind me. Like it's just
That-
under the TV there. It's really cool. You might
I
appreciate it.
I've just been I beat the game like again, I was like saying there was like went through, did it. Now I'm like kind of like replaying that again in between,
hmm
other stuff like with our Call of Duty, and stuff like that. Just a game that I can't escape, man. Can't escape.
Yeah, no, it's definitely an awesome game if you ask me. So, if you like that, if I've got a recommendation, I just started playing a game called Off the Grid.
Okay.
It's very like cyberpunk esque type of vibes, um, and it's like a battle royale. So definitely a game to look into because I think it's going to be changing like the game scene quite like in a big way. So just because it's like low key using like the blockchain.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the first what's it called? The Net 3 um game to hit PlayStation
Okay.
or console. So, yeah, so if you get like unlock a weapon skin, it would be like it's a number like it's let's say you have like one of like a million, let's say. So there's not unlimited versions of it. So yeah, really cool. So there, I recommend that game. I've just been playing it for the last couple of days, non-stop. Um, but yeah, so yeah, continue. Sorry.
No, I'm adding it to my library right now. Download to
Oh,
console.
awesome.
It's
Yeah,
the important stuff, buddy. The
honestly,
important stuff.
really cool game.
Love you,
Like,
PlayStation app.
yeah. Oh yeah, PlayStation app very handy too because I got like friends from work. They're like, "Oh, we download this game," and I'm like, "Oh, well, I'll just do it now on my phone." So yeah. So what else
And
is?
one piece adjacent. I'm on like episode 51, I think, of the first season of One Piece.
hmm
So I'm nearing the
Slowly
end
chipping
of
away.
yeah, nearing the end of that first season. So,
Okay.
practically done, buddy. Practically done.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm s- I'm
it's
still
I
gonna
can see
wait
what the hype
until.
was about though, man. I can see like, why it's been ongoing for so long and kind of kick myself for putting it off for so long, but that number is just
Mhm,
so daunting. But when I've been doing stuff for school and other things, I've been listening to the English dub, which is actually really well done.
mhm.
And it's just been something I can kind of half pay attention to,
Yep.
and work on other stuff. And with being the shonen, it's like you have a couple episodes while stuff's going on. It's not just that one episode, and you can watch the replay of what happened the previous one. So it's been a nice just keeping my sanity a bit while trying to do other stuff.
Very good. No, yeah, with One Piece, look, they've done well with it. You know, what I mean, like it's kind of classed as the everyday anime now. Like no one really kind of thinks. You know, what I mean, like if you talk to anyone who's really like into anime, they're like, oh yeah, One Piece. Like, but it's still good. It still holds up, and there's a reason why it's around for so long. So 'cause they kind of keep it new and fresh, and especially with the manga too. Apparently, a lot of people like that. So
It's
yeah.
like maybe a lot of I needed an audio, which doesn't work for the manga, but
Yes, they're definitely not. Um, but with the card game, I'd say like of anyone who really is playing, I'd say this current meta is really good. There's a lot of variety. There's no like one or two overpowered decks or deck lists that just take over everyone. Um, and that's really good to see that the game is finally now hitting a point that there is that variety now. So you can kind of um, just bring more to the game. So yeah, and also
like
too, they just released um, the PRB set. It's just like all the best cards from the last from like OPO 1 to OPO 6. Just very usable cards. And the good thing is that set really made a lot of prices come down in a way, like good and bad in a way, because I had a lot of good cards that I spent a lot of money on, and now they're definitely worth half the value now. But for people who are now joining into the game, you don't actually have to buy in a whole heap. It's getting a lot more affordable. So, and that's what you want anyway. So it's pretty good. So,
like if you get to play what you want, that's like a healthy game, you know?
hmm
If it's not just one deck that everyone's trying to, win with, I'm like, that's a huge thing. That's huge,
yeah,
man.
you still got a lot of people who just copy like the champion deck lists type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but but even they are still kind of can get beaten by just another deck too. So it's fine. So, but yeah, with One Piece, that's pretty much it, really. Nothing too crazy there at the scene at the moment. Um, but yeah, I'd just say watch this space, really, see what happens. So
Like,
it's
buddy, I like it.
at a good place.
Well,
Yeah.
keep on updating as I move myself along, but it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. I have just a quick and for those that are listening, for our Sora News 24 when we cover this, usually I provide like links and stuff, but you could reach out and let me know if you use the links, like other or you could go to Sora News 24 yourself too, and just in the search button, click the ones where the title we have and find it yourself. Just if it's beneficial or not, let us know. Otherwise, I can keep on adding it, or just we can talk about it. Not, and it's one less thing I need to worry about. So, Instagram, email, let me know, man. Let me know. But the one that I found from News 24 that I liked a lot was that there's a Japanese garden green tea crepe uh, you could find in Asakusa in Tokyo, in that historical area. And the title of it is Beautiful Japanese Garden Green Tea Crepes, waiting in Tokyo's historical Asakusa neighborhood. A treat for the eyes and taste buds, just a few blocks away from Shinsoji Temple. And you might want to let me put this into our chat here, buddy. This might be some inspiration for your, potential garden here. Let me put this into our chat right here. Can I chat? Put something this here. But it's great. Like one of those things. I, I even having anything. Here we go. Command B sent. There's the link on to you, buddy. In our chat. That's on the Riverside at least. But the pictures and stuff that are here, just it's a you know garden, and it's just so cool. But it's one of the things going through. This looks like a different set of different ones that you can have going through for it. but it looks fabulous. I love matcha, crepe. You know, those things together for me. You have one that's creme brulee. You have another looks like some chocolate and dried raspberry as well as like little stones and things. And it is just so cool. And all the crepes look like they run between 1,300 and 1,400 yen, or about $9 US. But it looks like very much like something that you would not forget and you would regret not being able to have, come back. But they include the website too for the place that you can get them for. Kaman no Ko, and its address in Osaka. They're open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day. But for that pricing, man, um, I'd brave and how good it looks. I'd brave the crowd just to go get that. So
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and holy moly, like they look almost unreal.
like
Like
I'd
meaning
spend
like the detail in them, just mind
it's
blowing.
crazy. I mean, it's like how do you get that? It's like the it looks so good. Like
You know what? I'll see if I can get one when I'm there.
yeah, just be
So
like
that's amazing. Well, yeah, and yeah, green tea's nice too. I like that.
that's right, that's right.
So, yeah, wow. Look, Japan never ceases to amaze me. Like they always come up with just always one up.
Sam was saying one of the things he loved. He was in Kanagawa, and he said he loved it, loved the city, loved the area. But he said he loved they had so many different unique bakeries that were there, and he just like goes, "I'm gonna miss this so much when I'm back home." It's like,
Oh,
but
kind of
yeah,
glad that we can't get that at home, or like we can get very similar, but not like Japan. Like,
no.
and it's kind of good because if it was here, there's going to be problems.
Yes. Yeah. I know we'd all be like, that 500 pound, like we'd be like on our own little Netflix show, David. Yeah.
That's funny.
Uh,
Um, I found one here. I think this is from 2 days ago. The Gundam looking Mickey Mouse. Have you seen it?
okay. I have
You'll see
not.
it. So it looks like it's made by the person who designed. His name is Kunio Akawa. I think that's how you pronounce it. But he's the designer of the RX 782 Gundam.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's a Mickey Mouse that pretty much just transforms into a Gundam. So it looks pretty amazing. Well, like, yeah, it looks cool. So yeah, nothing too
Like,
crazy in this article, but that's just another thing for I didn't expect when to open Saw News.
ooh,
Well, kind of. If you think about it, you're like, oh yeah, Mickey Mouse
that looks
transforming into a
cooler than I
Gundam.
thought it was. I mean, like it sounds cool, but then you actually see it, and this is not like Mickey Mouse, man. This is a gun. I mean, they have the Mickey Mouse, like it's Mickey Mouse to begin with, I see, but man, when
Hmm.
it transforms, if you had that in your like display case or someone, no one's gonna, think it's gonna go back into being a Mickey Mouse. That's pretty.
No, yeah. So yeah, definitely the before and after photo. Like, you know how sometimes when they make kind of very similar things to that, but you can kind of see like the shape is still Mickey Mouse, or you know what I mean, or whatever the original form is. But yeah, no, you can just looks great. You've done a really good job, and I wonder how expensive it is. Let me just read this article
Be one of
again.
those like at least I mean but the yen that conversion right now the guy that I went to the bank and got some money ahead of time because just of rates. And the gentleman at the bank said the rates are always lower in winter, like or fall
Hmm.
around this time, and then they go up closer to summer when people are traveling. And I'm like, hey, that's something good to know. So if you're listening and you're going to be traveling during the summer, getting your money during the fall
Hmm.
and winter might actually get a little more money in your pocket. And it was crazy, David. I had like $960 US got me the equivalent of like 1,400, basically an extra 400 something dollars worth of money if it had been even. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, the US dollar and the yen were even with each other. But it's like I have an extra $400 basically to spend on my trip because of the conversion rate right now. So $110 though for I see that for that Mickey Mouse transform and this, and all that stuff. That's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah. Look, if it's like a collector piece, well,
Yep.
it definitely is a collector piece, because it's by the
He
design
had so
of
many fans. I
one of the
can't open
designers
that
of
box. That's
Gundam.
another you can't.
Yeah, and look, it's quite small. Like, so what? Let's say he 4.1.9 inches tall.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's not too big. You can have it on your shelf. Nice little piece. Um, yeah, I reckon it'll be pretty cool to have. Might keep my eye out for it. I
that's it.
think you have
That's
to
it.
order it by the looks of it.
No,
But who
yeah,
knows?
I like it, my friend. And I know you're about to head off here. I think we're gonna. I know. I apologize in advance for shorter than normal episode. But like I said, uh, my voice is in and out and just trying to take it easy. But David was nice enough to hop on early today, earlier than normal, and accommodate me not having to do this by myself. So I appreciate it. And David, I can't wait to share some pictures with you of my trip, and you share some pictures of yours. And you know, it's gonna be great, my friend. I
Oh,
really am excited for you. So excited for you.
oh, you too, definitely. And you're heading out. What did you say? Like in a couple
It'll
weeks?
be like it's gonna be probably like sometime like our winter. Like it'd probably just be the thing where like I'll just say as soon as I'm back,
Mm-hmm.
that I was there. You know, but uh, it's soon. It's soon. It's gonna be like right around the winter time. Stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. Same thing. So we'll be able to have something like I know like for either January or February when we record. Once you're back, it'll be nice
Mm-hmm.
because we'll be able to share about our trips and then
Oh yeah,
um,
that would
you
actually
know,
be a pretty good episode.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, like
yeah. So
hit
I'll
upon the stuff we
document.
like.
Like obviously when you're there, you take pictures.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'll do something special for the episode. So um, that'll be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that. That'll be nice. Like just to kind of like compare bits and pieces of
but I'm
our
gonna
trips. So that'll be nice.
be nice, man. Yeah, my daughter and I we're about to start. We've been watching the newer Doctor Who, like the more recent rendition of it, and we just hit
Mm-hmm.
I forget which it's after David Tennant. It's the following person, and I can already say he's my favorite Doctor because the person that's with him, his companion, is the actress from Gunpowder Milkshake.
Mm-hmm.
And she was fantastic in Gunpowder Milkshake, and I saw her in this, and this is years before that, and,
Mm-hmm.
like, she did such a good job, and, like, the both of them together is fantastic, so, we're gonna go watch that, what and, sorry, we're gonna watch that, and like I said, that's my voice saying, like, "We're done, buddy." Make some dinner and enjoy the rest of the night, so send me some pictures, though, when you get what you're getting later.
Definitely, I will. All right then. Well, it's been
Thanks,
nice
everybody,
talking to you.
it's you too, bud, and on behalf of Lost Without Japan and the entire crew, I want to thank you for joining both of us today. We look forward to seeing you on board again on our next regularly scheduled episode as we continue our discussion on Japan, travel, culture, and those lost without moments. To everyone out there, oh, Ginky Day, stay well, my friends. Thanks, David.
Thank you.